Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below.
Hello everyone and welcome along to the final round of the AOR Season 18 Hype Energy F1 Leagues. It is the final race of the season across all platforms. It is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix here at the Yas Marina circuit. I am Ginger Andy and joining me in the comments box we have Jess. Well, I said it was a final race. I think we've actually still got the Americas stuff to come after us, but it is the final race here in Abu Dhabi. This magnificent Yas Marina circuit built on the man-made island. It is an absolutely fantastic venue. It's a fine way to finish off the AOR season in this sunset, in this twilight race. It should be a cracker, Jess. I'm a fan of this racetrack. Plenty of overtaking opportunities on it. And with 16 drivers, a healthy field, it should be an enjoyable end to the season.
Yes, Andy, I'm really excited for the final race of the season. The real-life races don't bring that much spectacular action, but we've seen in the tiers earlier on with PS4 and obviously PC that it's not the case. There were some fantastic races in the Yas Marina circuit, and I hope we see the same today. It first debuted back in 2009, where it was Sebastian Vettel winning for Mark Webber, and then Jenson Button, who was crowned champion the race before that on the podium as well. So we had Pinecone win last week. Will we possibly get a different winner, or will Pinecone be the one that wins the final race? We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, Jess. It's going to be extremely tight, I would imagine, for the victory. Pinecone was very, very strong last week, but we saw in the week before this week that he's more than capable of putting the fight up there. And we know that P1R Brown is another driver that is very capable. He put her on pole back in the USA, and he can fight at the front for victory. So you would think, Jess, he and perhaps CRG Luck as well would be the strongest contenders if anyone's going to try and topple Pinecone, who's putting a sequence of good form together as things stand. So yeah, definitely P1R Brown and probably CRG Luck, the most likely drivers to try and contend with that Mercedes driver. But a couple of other things we need to discuss, and that is the patch that was brought out during the week. As you can see, as I'm sure you'll see on your screens, I'm not sure if Jess has got it up, but there is, of course, now a track map for us to see in spectator mode, which is quite handy for us commentators sometimes to see where everyone is in the racetrack. And of course, Jess, the big talking point, the safety car. Now, I was commentating in other leagues the other night, and safety cars played a factor. Will they play a factor again tonight? Because, we've not seen much of them on this game. They certainly play a factor in the way the race plays out and strategy. Do you think we could see a few today, and will that spice the action up? I'm sure it will if it does happen.
Well, we didn't see any safety cars at all in the PS4 tier I was watching. I think there was only virtual safety cars. There was no safety cars. But in most of the leagues I've been in, it's either a virtual safety car or a safety car. So it is being quite frequent, and it could decide things around here. Without a safety car, it's usually a two-stop strategy with soft, medium most likely. But if there's a safety car involved, things could change, and they may try and stretch out their stints if they're on the mediums to the one stop. And that's what I like about this added feature. it could be a situation where there could be more than a lot of safety cars. Like there was one league race I was in, there was 3 or 4 safety cars, but that was because there was a lot of action on the racetrack, which caused a bit of issues. But it obviously does depend on the style of driving. It is meant to be really realistic to what it is in real life. So I'm kind of glad the safety car is there.
Hey Jess, I think it is great to see the safety car coming into the game because, you know, I mean, we've been waiting a good few years to get working properly, and it makes things more exciting. It means like when a driver drops out of the action at the front and has an incident, it's not the end of his race. There's always a chance to get back into it, and not only does it make things spice things up at times during the races, it keeps the field high for the majority of the race. Everyone wants to continue on just in case we do get a safety car. So I think it's refreshing. It's good to see that Cody's have finally got on top of that, and we do have safety cars in play. And of course, next season, that will really be interesting to see how that pans out. Of course, nice to see it getting trialled at the end of this season, and we will see how it pans out. But 10 minutes to go in this qualifying session, and it is CRG Pinecone that's the quickest driver at the moment. He's out on an outlap as things stand, a 1 minute 33.4. The only man in the 1 minute 33s at the minute, and he's in the 133s by quite some margin, nearly 9/10 clear of P1R Brown in second, and John Papp, who sits in third, around 1.2 off the top time as things stand. But everyone out there pretty much on the soft compound tyre, smashers in the pits on the hards. But looks like, Jess, as you mentioned, softs to mediums, perhaps, or softs to hards. And, we might even see people try, well, I think I've seen a few people try the other night the hard compound to start the race on and move on to soft. So a lot of different strategies at this circuit. So it's going to be really interesting to see. But let's keep an eye on Pinecone as he makes his way through the final couple of corners. And we'll go for a lap on board with CRG Pinecone, the winner last time out, the man in form. And let's see how he tackles this Yas Marina circuit. Across the start-finish line to begin a lap, then climbing up into 7th gear, around 185 miles an hour, into the braking zone of turn 1, 90 degrees left, and then it swings uphill. The first sector really is majestic round here, up the hill, through turns 2 and 3, flat out, sweeping through 4, and then down into this chicane to end the first sector. And it's downhill, it's lock up and run wide, and through there and into the hairpin, where you need a vital exit to slingshot yourself down this long back straight. One of the longest straights in the Formula 1 calendar, this one. We'll see plenty of action during the race here as Pinecone then up in 8th gear, 206 miles an hour, nearly 210 as he hits the brakes. The track shortens slightly on the right hand side to try and catch you out, and he makes his way now through the chicane of turns 8 and 9, and then on to the DRS straight underneath the Yas Marina Bridge, and then on and down into what I like to call the triple chicane. Turns 11, 12 and 13, left, right, and then left. Tricky area of the circuit there, so easy, and so often you see incident at that part of the track. Then sweeping on through turn 14, down past the marina, lovely spot that, with all the expensive yachts down there, and then onto the hotel section of the lap. Through 17, then 18 and turn 19. Wonderful spot there underneath the bar. It's actually a bar, that bridge. You can jump in there. It is a full-on bar with champagne and things like that. And now down into the final couple of cars, through turn 20 and then into 21. And Pinecone comes round the final corner, across the line. What's it going to be? It's a 1 minute 33.1, Jess. The quickest of all so far. Good effort. 8/10 clear of Jason in second.
Pretty good from Pinecone, I definitely agree. We did see in PS4 people going to the 132, so if Pinecone can reach the 132s, he can as well. Maybe his teammate could get up there as well. We got a brand new driver to the league. He was going to join last week in Brazil, but unfortunately he could not make it. He's been asked that we should call him Pi Mato, and he's third quickest at the moment on the set of the soft compound tyres. So I wonder if he can match everybody else. For those of you that don't know, he was in the AOR esports tournament, and he's going to try and make a name of himself for the final race of the season. He was mid-pat then. I wonder what he's going to be like today.
Yeah, let's see how he gets on. It's going to be really interesting to see, jumping in for the final race of the season. Let's see how he slots in of drivers. It's going to be really interesting to see how he gets on. Currently fourth quickest, 1.1 off the top time, as SSR Bobberts has now gone into third place. Jason second, as we mentioned. Who else we got out there? We've got P1R Brown rounding the final corner. Yes, looks like he's going to start a flying lap then in the Williams car, making his way through the first couple of corners. It'll be interesting to see how it all pans out at the start of the race. Usually there's not too much trouble at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in the first couple of corners. It's not too hard a braking zone. It's quite a wide corner, not too messy when the race gets underway. But certainly, I don't think the drivers will be too much of a hurry to try and make do-or-die moves. They've got a long race ahead of them, and there's plenty of overtaking opportunities on this circuit. So, P1 Brown then, on a lap at the minute, he'll be looking, Jess, to get as close as he can to that time from Pinecone, because Pinecone at the minute really has laid the gauntlet down in qualifying, looking very strong.
Yeah, P1 Brown, he managed to get up there near the top last week and actually managing to get a good result last week, not compared to what he did a few races ago where he retired. And he's one of those people, if he gets a good result, he stays consistent all race. And I could expect him doing it this race, because due to the amount of safety cars that we might have this race, he can take advantage of that.
Yeah, absolutely. P1 Brown looking like the driver we have seen before, a Monaco race winner, as Justin always used to call him. He has won races in AOR, so more than capable of taking a victory. Can he get the victory today to end the season on a high and build on things going into season 19 when it all kicks off very soon? Let's see what he can do as he makes his way towards the end of the lap. My controller's disconnected, Jess, so you can tell me if he's on a quick one. I think he's just gone into the pits, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He wasn't looking quicker in any of the sectors at the moment, because it also tells us if they've gone purple in the sector as well. So we can see if they've gone quicker, or we can see if they're invalidated as well. So that is a cheeky feature I like to have. As everybody except T10 Amaze is into the pits right now, and John Papa's obviously retired. And unfortunately, Andy didn't see much of Amaze last week, because Amaze got decent for him, but luckily you guys were able to see him last week, and he's not on a quick one. I think another one on the medium compounder tyres, a smasher as well. He managed to climb up all the way into 7th or 6th place last week and produce some really, really great points. I wonder, judging by the tyre that he selected today, he probably might do the same.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he can repeat the antics from last week. He came charging through the field in the closing laps of that Brazilian Grand Prix, and it certainly looks to me, Jess, like he's going on the mediums, and it certainly looks to me like he's going to try and do the opposite of what we've seen from everyone else. So it's always good to see the mixture of strategies. It adds that extra dynamic to the race, and I'm sure the guys in outside the top 10 will be thinking something along the similar lines. So let's see how it pans out as Smasher is getting ready for a lap. Most drivers at the moment in the pits, Pinecone on an out lap. John Pap's had enough of the session. I don't know if he's been in the wall somewhere or retired in the pits. We'll have to wait and see. But Smasher on an out lap, LGS, Nicole, and T10 Amaze too. And as you mentioned, Jess, I really didn't see much of Amaze at all last week. And I'm pleased that today I'm going to get the chance to see my fellow Scotsman out there on the racetrack. It's funny that, isn't it? The guy that's probably the most closest to you out of all the drivers, and he's the one that desinks. The one that can't even see. It's just typical. But Smasher has came into the pit lane on the medium tyres, so he maybe was just bluffing and abandoning that call. We'll have to wait and see. So he's returned. We'll keep an eye and see what tyre he does choose to qualify at the end of this session on, as Riley Boys 10 has joined and then left. Strange one, that. That was... How has he got in here? Who even is he? Does anyone know who he is?
Nope.
I don't. But there was a time last season where me and Justin kept getting Jonathan Ledger joining the session for some reason.
Yeah, honestly, I was watching it. I was watching that race.
Yeah, it was like, it happened more than once, Jess. It was like 3 or 4 times, and I was like, what the hell's going on here? Was it this season?
Or was it this season?
I think it was last season. I think it was in the previous game. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure. Go back and check on that one, because that was strange. But anyway, back to the action. And we've got Pinecone in the final corner, about to start his final couple of runs in this session. So what can he do? 1:33.1 at the moment, some distance clear of anyone else. We're still waiting to see some representative times from the likes of CRG Lutt, who's about to start a flying lap as well. But we'll stick with Pinecone as he makes his way down the hill into that end of the first sector. What's the time? He's a fraction up on his previous best. So, like you said, Jess, with drivers in the 32s on PS4, are we going to see that from Pinecone here? Things going to plan so far through the first sector?
Yes, it is. He wasn't purple in Sector 1, so I'm guessing he hasn't beaten the fastest on Sector 1. I wasn't sure who got purple in Sector 1, but that's not going to stop him go on a quick lap at the moment. Let's see if he goes quicker in Sector 2 as he's about to start Sector 3 in a couple of corners' time. He's looking quite good at the moment, though, to be almost a tenth quicker than his previous best, as
He's backed out.
He's backed out. It's not invalidated though, but I think he thinks that he can go quicker pretty soon, I guess. So that's why he's going to try and go again, and he's on 0 ERS yet, so he wants to go out for one final time as Smash it out again. He's on the mediums, and CRG Luck is on a lap as well.
Yeah, let's see how Luck can get on them. We're not seeing anything from him so far. So what's the second sector looking like? 56.6. We've got nothing to compare. Oh, is it purple? Okay. So we've got nothing to compare it against. So Luck then looking very strong. How's it not showing purple for me? Or maybe I need to change a couple of things in my settings. But here comes Luck then through past the marina section of the circuit and down into the braking zone. And he will now go underneath the hotel in a few moments' time, flashing through and underneath the bridge and back out into the other side of the marina, right up close to the wall. Luck not leaving anything on the table here. He's absolutely pushing on around the final couple of corners. Pinecone right in front of him. I don't think he'll get in his way. Here comes Luck for the line. 134.3, 1.2. Line is just frozen, Jess.
Pardon? Sorry, what?
Sorry, my Xbox is just frozen. I'm going to have to turn it off and come back.
Okay, no worries. I will do a bit. I'll carry on with the rest of qualifying whilst we wait. We're going to see. I think we've got a Red Bull of Van Daza. He's about to finish off his lap as he goes towards the final corner now. Let's see if he can climb up the order. He is P7, so he cannot improve. Who's next? We've got a Renault. That is, I think, it's TST Raikkonen. He comes towards the final corner. P1R Brown could not improve on Pinecone's time. He's in second. TST Raikkonen in 8th place. Pinecone, he is in the DRS straight, so he's got a while to reach yet, because obviously he was the last to cross the line. Next is Jason 97 F1, and then we've got the Toro Rosso, one of the Toro Rossos finishing off their lap, and Jason goes up into P3. So let's jump on board with the Toro Rosso. I think it was Adam Dude. Yep, Adam Dude has just gone on a lap, and Bobbits, he is just about to finish one as well, and so is Franglish. Rosie has retired from the session. Bobbits cannot improve. His lap is invalidated. Franglish, he improves to P5, so I think Pinecone doesn't need to push on his lap, because I think no one else can improve. I think SSL Nicole, no, but she's invalidated as well. And Pinecone, is he backing off? No, he's not. It's a 133.054 for Pinecone, and he's on pole position. And yeah, I think that's it, because Bobbits has retired as well. So yes, for like the second or third time second time in a row, because he didn't do it in USA. Pinecone is on pole position for the final race of season 18.
Pinecone on pole position then, Jess. I hopefully I can get myself back in there as soon as possible. Is it a sizable gap, Jess? Is he on pole by
2 tenths?
By much? 2 tenths. Okay, so Pinecone looking very strong, isn't he, to go on, make it 2 wins out of 2. And, you know, it's really important for the drivers. I mean, a lot of people have lost interest in the game, but it's good to see that we've still got such a healthy field at the end of the season. And, you know, that can give drivers a push into the new season. We saw what it did to Nico Rosberg back in 2015, didn't we, before he went into 2016 and hit the ground running. So, you know, it can all...
And you can only hope and pray, yes. And I think we just lost Andy in his mic as well, because he was lagging for me. But hopefully he can join back soon. We're trying to get him back into the lobby as well, once his Xbox decides to not froze up. It typical. It always plays up in the final race. It happened to be on one of the first races at one time in one season, but there we go. So Pinecone's on pole. He's got a point to prove as well. CRG Luck might come in there as well. Smasher was one of the only ones who started on the medium compounder tyres. So it'll be interesting to see if he can climb his way up the field like he did last week, as we're waiting for all the drivers to ready up, as I think you just joined the session, I believe. So you are back, aren't you? Are you back at the moment? I think it's Michael Internet's having issues as well. Typical. We'll get him back surely, but at least you got a stream. At least I'm not the one that's frozen. Touch wood.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back in the session. You're back in the session.
I'm just spectating now. There we go. Well, I had double trouble there, Jess. I had the computer freezing on me, and then I had the game freezing on me. Well, I had both, didn't I? So not going to plan, and I think the game's freezing on me again. Has it frozen? Surely not again. I think the game might have frozen me again, Jess. We'll have to wait and see. It's kind of stuttering, but I think it's okay now. There we go. Sorted. I should be in a moment. I take it we're just starting the formation lap, or are we on it?
Yeah, formation lap at the moment. And I'll go through the tyres and the top 10. They obviously start their laps on the softs, so they're going to start on the softs. And John Papp's the only one outside the top 10 that's going to opt for the same strategy. Everybody else, Amazed, LGS, Smasher, Nicole and Frying Rosie, they're on the set of the medium compounder tyres. So they're looking like to probably do the alternate strategy. They might do medium softs, or they might do medium soft medium. Well, we'll have to wait and see. It is quite a bit of a gamble, but we shall find out anyway. But it's Pinecone from Brown, like we saw last week. Really shining at home between these two at the moment. They really started to pull up a really good gap last week with Jason close behind as well. So we could see the same this week. And we could see a nice midfield battle as well. And we got the new driver, Pine Matter, in 6th place. He's done a good qualifying session. Very impressed with his pace so far. Let's see if he can continue that form into the race.
Jess, it should be a cracker. I'm back now. I've got all the stuff in front of me. 28 laps ahead of the drivers. Top 10, as you said, on soft compound tyres. This should be a thrilling and fitting way to end the season. And, you never know with the safety cars as well. Anything could happen. I'm sure it will be a cracking way to end the AOR season and then go into the break period. We've got 5 out of the bottom 6 on the medium tyre. One driver only opting for those softs. So let's see how that pans out. So, Jess, who are you tipping today? What do you fancy for the victory? We've got Pinecone versus P1R Brown. And, I've got Lutt up at the front of the field, but where is Lutt on the grid, by the way? What is going on here? Right, okay, I think it might be okay then. I wasn't sure if I was getting another desync problem there, but hopefully that is going to be all okay as the 28 laps are about to get underway. 16 cars on the grid. It's CRG Pinecone starting from pole with P1R Brown alongside. This is it then, the final race of the AOR F1 season on Xbox under the lights in Abu Dhabi. Let's go! It's a good start from Pinecone, but P1R Brown trying to pull alongside. Jason's got a good getaway in the background. He's going to try and sweep round the outside into turn 1. He's unable to do it. He's squeezed onto the curb, and now Boberts is in there too as they funnel their way through turns 2, 3 and 4. It is Pinecone leading by a healthy margin from P1R Brown, Jason and Boberts. A lot of cars jostling in the midfield for position as they make their way through the chicane and down and on into the hairpin. Single file at the front in the midfield. A few cars going side by side, 2 by 2, from around 8th or 9th in the field downwards as they all stream their way down the back straight for the first time. Is there going to be any overtaking manoeuvres up towards the front? It does not look like it. Bobert's quite close of Jason, but not close enough for a move as they all make their way down into the braking zone. In the background, we've got CRG Lutt at 8th and Adam Duke 9th, and with John Papp right behind him in the midfield. Time to go back to the front though. Any moves happening? Doesn't look like it, Jess. And Pinecone has had the perfect getaway as they make their way towards the end of that second sector on the opening lap. Very clean from everyone in the field so far.
Yes, Pinecone did get the start that he wanted, and that was very, very crucial. And he got the perfect position as well. He tried to defend for P1R Brown, and he absolutely did it. And he's already 6 temps up already, which is a perfect move already. And CLG Lutt was trying to make headway of Aaron Dazzler. Unfortunately, couldn't quite make it in the Williams. Aaron Dazzler got the place back from him and is up to P7 as well. And like we saw last week in Brazil, the midfield are battling like crazy here, Andy.
They will be, and they sure will be all afternoon here, or all evening, whatever you want to call it. It is a circuit, on the game at least, where overtaking is going to be happening aplenty. We get it all the time down that first and second back straight. So we'll see how it pans out. Certainly in real life, it's not great for overtaking. And Franglish has spun big time. Franglish off, and somehow they've all avoided him. He's had a huge spin coming out of turn 4 and down the hill, and that was a big moment. And there's now more contact down at the chicane. LGS and Amazed and TST Raikkonen all involved in that one. And we've got a yellow flag all around the racetrack. I'm not getting any sign of a safety car. Is there one?
There is a safety car, but not a full one. It's a VSC. So
VSC, strange one. I'm not getting it showing on my screen, like up the top left. Are you getting it showing up the top left? I don't know why I'm not.
I don't know why you're not either. But yeah, it is a virtual safety car. So I guess I'll have to point out if there's any VSCs or safety cars in this race then. But
We just can't go without a glitch, can we, at the moment? There's always something. But yeah, the VSC, quite rightly, Jess, enabled there, because it was all sorted. Just let me know when we get back underway, because, well, I think I'll know when the track map goes green, I take it. I think that'll be my way of finding out.
There we go.
And there we go. We are going green now, and we are back underway. So nobody there was able to take advantage with pit stops, because that's certainly something we see quite a lot, Jess. Virtual safety cars falling favourably for drivers that are, not, an area of the track where they can pit and, save a lot of time by going through the pit lane. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. But we are back underway. The big loser, AOR Franglish, after that spin, down 11 places to the back of the field. TSD Raikkonen's down 6 as well. Big winners, John Papp up 4, Smasher up 5, Flying Rosie up 5, and SSR Nicole has had to come into the pits on this lap, Jess. I'm not too sure what happened to her. Was she maybe involved in the incident? I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I didn't see what happened to Nicole, but she might have got caught up in an instance. That's probably why, and she's probably have to change her front wing, and she's on the hard, so I'm guessing that she's had enough of those softs or mediums, and she's going to go onto the hards for most of this race, and then probably pit onto the softs at the end. Meanwhile, P1R Brown is eating time into CRG Pinecone for the lead of this race. DRS will be enabled. P1R Brown has caught up to him due to that DRS. He's going to have the advantage going into the second DRS straight in the middle of sector 2. Let's see if P1R Brown could have the edge here.
Yeah, let's have a look and see if he can. He's certainly gaining. He's very, very close to the Williams driver onto the tail of CRG Pinecone. Not close enough, though, for a move. It is so difficult on this game, isn't it, to try and break away in the DRS, break away from the slipstream. It's so tough to do, and it's going to be difficult for Pinecone to do that. If he is going to do it, Jess, it's going to have to be a blistering final and first sector to break it, because that's the only time you can make up that time where you're not really getting the benefit of the slipstream for the car behind. So really needs to try and break away in that area of the lap if he wants to make a decisive move. And I tell you what, on this very lap, he's got it up to 9. In the remaining, sector or so, he might just be able to break that window. He set the fastest lap, and there he is, threatening now to get above 1 second. If he can do that, he will indeed break DRS, as Jason has had to come into the pits after just 3 laps on those soft tyres. Let's keep an eye on this gap, though. Is it going to slither above a second? Yes, it is. And this could be what Pinecone's been waiting for. Is this the moment where the DRS is broken for good? Is he going to get it on this lap, P1R Brown? I don't think so. Let's see as he makes his way around this corner. Onto the straight. No DRS active for P1R Brown. Is that a decisive moment? He's certainly within range now, Jess, but Pinecone's got something to build on here and an opportunity to break away.
He's trying to blade the slipstream, but the one who's also got the DRS is Pi Matro, who's got the move on SSL's Bobbers very perfectly there onto that straight, but Bobbers is going to have advantage into the next DRS straight pretty soon. But what a move from the new guy, who is now up into P3 of this race. Toto Wolff must be loving this at the moment. 2 Mercedes on the podium positions at the moment, but Bobbers is going to try once again into the hairpin, but looks like Pi Matto is defending for his life. Brilliant job from the the debutant of Pi Matto.
Doing a superb job on debut, up into 3rd place, and as you said, Jess, Toto Wolff will have a very wide smile on his face. 2 cars in the podium places as things stand. Some 3 seconds though off the tail of the top 2, who at the moment seemingly in a bit of a league of their own. They're very, very quick out there, Pinecone and P1R Brown, and P1R Brown back within range, and now Pinecone has come into the pit lane himself. So after 4 laps, giving up on those softs, looks like it's going to be a 2-stop strategy. Let's see how it goes. Onto the jacks goes Pinecone, and away he goes. Medium compound, I highly doubt they'll go all the way to the end, and it certainly seems like you will be doing a 2-stop strategy, Jess. I think the hard tyre is the only way you can do a 1-stop here, isn't it?
Yeah, we did see some of the PS4 guys trying to do the undercut around about lap 4, lap 5 to the lead of Schnitzel in there. I didn't see what happened to the PC because obviously we were preparing for the stream, but that's what happened to PS4, and that really worked out for the guys that were on the undercut. But obviously, the leader, who was on a few laps older tyres and then went onto the mediums again, he went into the lead. So we did see Jason pit a lap earlier as well, and unfortunately the undercut didn't quite work for him, and he is in 11th place. And we lost one driver of AOR Franglish, and it is just on the start-finish straight. So I think he must have retired there. Yeah, but it is on the start-finish straight. You can actually see where they retired now without going to the car. But meanwhile, we've got John Pat trying to make a move on Smasher, but he's well on the back at this stage at the moment.
Right at the back at the moment. I would imagine Franklin's done that in the pit lane, I would imagine, if he has retired. So that's why we're not going to see any kind of safety car as things stand. But there's plenty of action going on out there on the racetrack at the moment. Let's have a look then. What we got? What's the closest? We've got John Pat behind Smasher, Adam Dude behind Dazzler. So a couple of good little battles. Is P1 Brown coming in on this lap? Yes, P1 Brown is in on this lap. Pinecone and Clean Air. But going that one lap longer, you would expect, Jess, that Pinecone's going to come out ahead as Nicole picks up a 3-second time penalty. But not only ahead you'd expect Pinecone to be, but potentially more than a second ahead, and a chance to really build a gap now. As in comes P1 Brown on go the medium compounds, and away he goes. So let's see who is going to be in the net lead of this race. Surely it will be Pinecone. Pinecone making his way through the first corner now, sweeping up the hill. Is he going to retake the lead of the race? Yes, he is. And Jason, with an extremely early pit stop, is also ahead of P1R Brown. So that is interesting there. So Jason trying something aggressive, going very early in the pit stop, getting himself ahead of P1R Brown. But for how long? Brown right behind Jason as he emerged from the pits, and now he's going to surely try and make a move down at this straight. Almost 3 seconds between Pinecone and these two that are dueling already. What been from CRG Pinecone then. So here comes P1 Brown right up behind the back of Jason. Is he going to be close enough to make a move into the braking zone? It doesn't look like it, and he's going to have to wait for at least one more DRS straight. And this is it now. He opens that flap as they go underneath the bridge, and now he's tucked right up behind Jason 97 F1. Jason defending the inside. P1 Brown forced to go the long way around. I think the overspeed should favour him, and he should sweep round the outside and through up into 5th place on the racetrack. A net P2. Tidy stuff there from P1 Brown. He gets the job done with a little bit of patience, Jess.
Yeah, those fresher tyres definitely helped P1R Brown there, and what Pinecone did to get the undercut work was his first lap on the mediums was sensational. He was purple in the last sector as well. He means business, and I could already tell as he was doing that final sector that he was going to undercut both P1R Brown and Jason. Incredible stuff. He's 3.3 seconds now behind ahead of P1R Brown, and he's just set the fastest lap again on the racetrack. It looks like he's favourite for another win today.
Oh, sorry, Jess. I thought I had an issue there, but I think I'm back. Are you there, Jess?
Yeah, I'm there. I can hear you now.
That's good. That's good. I thought there was another issue there. I thought my PC had frozen again, but thankfully it has not. But yeah, let's have a look then out on the racetrack. Flying Rosie, Smasher, and LGS, the 3 drivers yet to make a pit stop in this race, out in the lead as things stand. As SSR Nicole has retired from the race, and I think it might have been in the pit lane because I see a Haas car in there, so it shouldn't bring out any kind of safety car or things like that. As Smasher has got slightly out of shape coming out of the chicane at the top of the hill there, so this is going to be under pressure here from Flying Rosie. Is the Racing Point teammates going to go dueling into the triple chicane, as I like to call it? Don't think so, and it remains the way they were. Smasher ahead of Flying Rosie, then LGS in third, but Pinecone and P1 Brown, they'll be catching them pretty quickly, but that's a full 3.3 behind, and he's actually really struggling to keep pace with those guys. So things about to get interesting. How much longer will these medium runners stay out there on the racetrack? I think they'll be out there long enough to be a headache for Pinecone. So we'll see how that pans out, because Pinecone's catching them very, very quickly. I think they'll be out there for a good few laps more anyway. So we're at 25% race distance, lap 7 out of 28. Going on to lap 8 now. Smasher, Rosie, LGS yet to stop. Pinecone in behind that is your net leader, as CRG Lutt picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So the front looks like the best place to be watching at the moment, Jess. Certainly looks like where the majority of the battling is being done, but you've got to say, I think these guys are just going to wait it out until the second stage of the race. They don't want to compromise each other's races at this stage, do they?
No, they don't want to compromise the race leader behind, which is Pinecone. But you got to think really, really closely. Do you want to battle your rivals, or do you want to let the net leader through? It is a tough situation. I found that quite hard as well when I was battling my rival in the championship, and obviously someone was trying to get past as well. And we've got Rosie, who's going to go and try and take a move on Smasher, but Smasher is going to come for the switchback. LGS might see this as an opportunity as well. Pinecone will surely overtake LGS in the process, which he's going to try to do anyway. Here comes Rosie again on the second DRS straight, which is probably what he's going to do. And Smasher gets him again. So Smasher, the leading racing point at the moment. For those of you that don't know, it'll be rebranded Aston Martin in 2021. So there will be a new name change again in 21. So it has come a long way, the Racing Point team. But it's great to see them on top for now, even though they'll probably be at the pit stops in the next couple of laps. But Aston Martin, that is a big talking point in the news last week, where Lawrence Stroll actually bought the team, and it proved to be quite interesting.
Yeah, it did prove to be very interesting indeed, yes. Very surprising to see, or good, pleasing to see, I should say. Another manufacturer, a big car manufacturer, joining the sport. Red Bull as a brand, so great to see. And yeah, I'm excited to see how that one pans out. So CRG Pinecone will be really wanting to get a move on here, because P1R Brown will be catching this group
we
very
got
quickly.
A safety car.
Oh, do we? Well, I wouldn't have known.
John Papp has retired in the last part of Sector 3. His car's just out, I think, in the wall. It is hard to tell. I'm trying to see if anyone's gone into Sector 3. No, they haven't. But this is going to work really well for the medium runners, as Raikkonen and Amaze has gone into the pit lane. I think most of these guys could take advantage, really, of the safety car. But that means they'll have to slow down. And I wasn't expecting a safety car this early on as well. But that's going to probably disadvantage the one that's just pitted, because their advantage is going to be wiped out a little bit. But for us, that means much more closer racing, and this is going to be very exciting.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It is going to be exciting, but does this now mean that everyone's going to come in for a set of hard tyres? If it does, it might mean that Smasher and Rosie might be the net leaders of this race, or one of them will, because one of them's going to have to either stay out or queue. So let's see what everyone else on the medium tyres chooses to do. I mean, you look at some of these guys. Do they want to come in and go to the end on a set of hards, or do they want to do the two-stop? I'm not too sure the two-stop would work from this position if you were stuck behind the safety car for a while. I don't think you'd build the gap and then make the stop back up. So I'm really interested to see what these guys decide to do. So let's find out what happens. Is Smasher going to pit? I'm sure he will. He absolutely will come in. Flying Rosie stays out. Pinecone stays out. LGS comes in. P1R Brown is staying out. So the medium runners, Jason, though, he's decided that it's time to go on to the hards to the end. So split strategies here. Pinecone and P1R Brown sticking to what they were planning initially, despite the safety car. Jason trying something different, as is Pietro Roberts. Several cars, Jess, going on to either mediums to the end or hard compound tires to the end. Very interesting strategy. Bobberts is put on the sauce, for goodness sake.
Why did Bobberts go on the soft? That is a gamble strategy right there, but I'm guessing
Mistake, I think.
Yeah, it is. I don't know why he's on the softs. I'm guessing that it might have been a mistake for him, or maybe he could. It is ambitious anyway. It is the last race, so if there's a race to go on the softs in the safety car period, it is this one. So it will be intriguing actually to see if Bobberts could pull it off, because I can't remember what tyres he started on. He was on the softs as well, so you have to pit again surely. I don't know about this situation, but Bobberts at the moment, he's got an uphill task at the moment, but he can stretch out those tyres to about 11 laps on the softs, so that would be quite doable. I managed to get the softs for 11 laps in the safety car period once, so I'm sure Bobberts could do the same. And I think Rosie was going to pit actually in the safety car period. Then he saw his teammate going into the pits, and he had no other option just to stay out, because otherwise he would lose more time if he was stuck behind his teammate in the pit stops than if he did stay out. So yeah, unfortunate for Rosie, but I'm sure Smasher will keep an eye on him to see if his strategy paid off by going on to the mediums. I thought he was going to go on the hards for some weird reason, but he's not. So is Jason as well. And yeah, mixture of strategies here today. We're going to wait until probably most of the field have closed up before the safety car comes back in for sure. But yeah, this is a good way to end this race. End this finale, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is, Jess. This has really flung the cat amongst the pigeons. I've got absolutely no idea what the best way to go from this point of the race is. Is there anyone else picking a move for the pits? There's a Williams in the background there threatening it.
Was it that?
He was thinking about it. He decided against it. But I'm not too sure that Pinecone, P1R Brown and Dazzler can come into the pits and make up the time to the end of the race, because they're going to lose a full pit stop essentially. Because they're not going to be that far ahead of these guys when they do pit. So I don't know if they can make the time back up, Jess. This is going to be very, very interesting. I think the hard runners might have made a really smart decision, and Smasher and Jason, because they can go mediums to the end. So hard and medium guys that pitted, for me, might have made the greatest decision you could possibly make. I'm interested to see if Pinecone and P1R Brown can make this work, because it really is something we've not often seen. So I'm excited to see how this pans out. I really am, Jess.
Yeah, I think because obviously Jason was the only one out of the ones who have pitted, Pinecone and Brown, to actually opt to go to pit again, and obviously Matto as well also pitted. But yeah, Pinecone and Brown, they might have shot themselves in the foot for a little bit, and we might see a different winner here again, which will be that will be sensational, because we've seen Pinecone and Veloce surprise win, and I think we've seen some other people win. I can't remember who, but it'll be nice to end the season with a different winner. But it might happen, it might not happen. We don't know how this race is going to go. This is the exciting moment of it, and I think the ones that are on the mediums, they could go. Oh, Pinecone's out. What has happened to Pinecone?
What has he done? Has he crashed into the safety car?
He must have.
No, he wasn't at the front, was he? Well, he was. No, wait. Flying Rosie was first, wasn't he? So. Flying Rosie was first. Yeah. So how does Pinecone crash?
I called it on stream.
I'm going to watch it now, Jess. I'm going to watch it now. So, I've got it right in front of me. Safety car's coming in this lap. Let's just see this again, just so I've got a replay of it. Pinecone. Oh, right. Oh, it's one of those ones where it drops away from us. It's because of the camera. So, he must have crashed into Rosie. He must have.
Yeah. I don't know, to be honest.
What is going on there? I'm pretty sure.
Can you check penalties? Well, actually, no. Check penalties after the restart.
Okay. We can't. Oh, yeah. That's what I'll do. I'll check penalties after the restart. But Flying Rosie now leads this race. I cannot believe we've lost Pinecone. We've got someone spinning.
Aaron Dazzler
has spun on the safety car restart. I don't believe it. And Boberts has got a 5-second penalty as well for a severe collision with Pietro Matto. Well, I've got to say, these safety cars, I think everyone's a little bit rusty because I've not had to deal with them that much. But we're back underway, and it's Flying Rosie that leads this race across the line. He needs to make a stop, though, as does P1R Brown. So it's Rosie from Brown, from Lutt into the first corner. LGS and Smasher are battling as well. This is going to be our most topsy-turvy race we've ever seen, I think. So, P1R Brown right up behind Flying Rosie. Is he going to go for the move immediately? He should have the better tyres. He should be in a better position to win this race. So then, we've seen so much. We've had Pinecone crashing under the safety car and out of the race. We've seen Aaron Dazzler spinning on the restart. All sorts of stuff going on here as Flying Rosie now goes defensive, extremely defensive. They're all weaving down in the pit straight. The back straight, I should say. And it's Rosie and Brown. Brown trying to go round the outside. Lutt's in there behind them. Brown's going to go round the outside and take the lead away from Flying Rosie. It is Williams from Racing Point. And look, there's an accident there, almost an accident between Smasher and Lutt as they battle each other off the road almost. Crazy stuff. Smasher's through up into third, Lutt down to fourth. He's about to come straight back through though, and he does, and retakes third place. This is crazy stuff, Jess.
I mean, that's what safety cars bring you, and Lutt just got a penalty there, which was very unfortunate at the moment. So Lutt, third place, Smasher, fourth place. LGS won the hard runners, dropped down into seventh place, and also Matto got a penalty for that, so he's probably going to lose quite a few positions as well. This is proving to be amazing. I do believe P1R Brown has won a race, I believe. I can't remember this season. So
I'm not sure if he has this season, Jess, but certainly won races before.
Yeah, I can't. Well, we'll look at the standings anyway. But we could see it. We'll definitely see a different winner if Brown hasn't won this season. Because I think the only ones that won are Pinecone and Surprise. So yeah, Brown is in the lead at the moment. He's already stretched the gap to 1.3 seconds. Will it be enough though to keep that lead for the rest of the race? Because don't forget, he may need to pit. Again.
Jess, I actually think this race is between Jason and Pietro, or Pi Mato. I think it's between those two.
Just call him Mato. Just call him Mato. Yeah.
That is what I think at the moment. That's what I think. But hold on, Adam Dude is another one in that battle that could potentially win this race. He's fighting with Pi Mato at the minute. But hold on, we'll go further up the field because we've got Lutt going round the outside of Flying Rosie. Is he going to make it work? Yes, he is. Lovely stuff from CRG Lutt. The Estonian from Finland has made a beautiful move, and now Rosie's coming straight back through. Smasher's in there too. The two Pink Panthers swarming in there as Jason's in there as well. Lutt then second. Smasher trying to smash his way around the outside, and you know what? He's found a route through there. Ooh. Absolutely brilliant racing between them. Lutt keeping his nose in there. Is he going to fend him off? Just about fending him off. Brilliant stuff. Now Jason's getting involved. Can Jason find a way through in all this? Absolute mayhem going on here. Action everywhere we look. Jason now on the inside of Smasher, and he's spun, has he? Half spin. Through goes Smasher. Through goes Rosie. Through goes Adam Dude, and Jason drops to sixth. Absolute mayhem, Jess. Unbelievable. I love safety cars. I want to see them every week. Crazy stuff.
I want to see safety cars more often, Andy, and we've got it. So thank you, Co-Masters, for bringing this update. And DRS is now enabled then, so we're going to see more slipstreams trying to be broken and people trying to break the DRS, which should be interesting at the moment. Adam Dude is one of the leading F2 runners, which obviously got merged into F1 not so long ago. He could be on course to be winning this race. How about it? Adam Dude's well on the back. Adam Dude is on the course of Flying Rosie as well, and Smasher as well. Sorry about that, completely forgot about him as well. But Adam Dude is going to try and go past the Pink Panther. Once again, he's going to be on the left-hand side. They're all going side by side, all up the hill. This is sensational stuff from the Pink Panther and the Toro Rosso driver. Can Adam Dude go around the I can't remember if it's the inside or the outside, but he's done it anyway. Oh, I did see a Pink Panther ghost. He's having connection problems on my screen, so he's dropped not one but two positions. And I think Jason could possibly get Adam Dude in on this straight. He's going to try at least. He's going to go for the send like Carlos Sainz. Is he going to make the move? Done. Oh, it's going to be similar to what Smasher did with Lutt earlier on as well. And it looks like Jason has done it. And as what Sainz said, did I send it? Of course you sent it, Jason. He's up into fourth place.
Oh, brilliant stuff from Jason97 F1. These drivers all now know there could be a rare opportunity of a race victory for them. What I will say, though, is Pimona Brown and Lutt are doing exactly what they have to do. Sorry, Pimona Brown is doing exactly what he has to do and building a gap. As I say that, he's now coming in to put a set of medium tyres on and run to the end of this race. Double stacking, yes, you're right. Oh, wow, both Williamses double stacking. They're coming in. They're going to drop right down to the tail of the points here, and they're going to have to charge all the way back through if they want to win this race. And look, Lutt is having to wait. He's lost a good bit of time there. They're not even ready for him. He's up on the jacks. Now he will finally get the tyres and a new front wing. What a disaster. Brown and Lutt go from first and second to 9th and 10th. And now the chase is on for Pimona Brown. Can he catch these guys who could essentially be fighting for a very rare victory? Absolutely none of them have ever won an AOR race, as far as I'm aware. I don't know if Jason ever has. He's been around a long time, but none of them, as far as I'm aware, have ever been close to winning an AOR F1 race, and now they all have a glorious opportunity thrown up by and the strategy choices of Pimona Brown and CRG Lutt. This is going to be very interesting, Jess.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Brazil 2019, where we literally don't know what was going to happen and who was going to win this race and who was going to be on the podium. We saw Pierre Gasly and Carlos Sainz get a podium. I mean, it's turning out to be something like that, and we could see someone who hasn't scored an F1 victory in the top tier in their life in AOR possibly do it. I mean, I don't know who's going to do it. I don't mind who wins, bring it on, but I just got I've just got a message from Pinecone. The reason why he retired, because he crashed and lost the back end on entry. That's why he's out of the race. He didn't collide with anyone else. It was his fault, which was a shame for Pinecone. That's how his race ended. So very unfortunate for Pinecone. But that means we're going to see some more action. Amaze got past LGS, but LGS is in the pit. So he must have had damage there, because I don't see the reason why he's going into the pits, because I thought he would go to the end of this race. And yeah, it is damage. And he's going to go on to the mediums till the end. So that's his race, which is unfortunate. And I think he's the only one in the pits. Yes, so at the moment it's Smasher that leads. Jason Knight is 97 F1 second. Adam Dude third. None of these got, well, Jason's got a podium in the top tier, but neither has Smash and Adam Dude, so this could be their first podium. TST Raikkonen can come into this as well. He's in 4th place. That'll be his best result in his life, but Mato could stop all of that, as he's going to try and get past him into the first DRS straight. This is crazy stuff from the Italian driver. He was in the AOR Esports tournament. He's got a point to prove, and he's got the move done. But can TST Raikkonen get back at him in the next DRS straight? He's going to try to. He's got a really good entry here going into this, but he hasn't opted for the DRS, so he's not going to go for the move. Mato stays P4.
He stays P4. Let's have a look elsewhere. P1 Brown already up to 7th and already gaining quickly on these guys. Let's see if he can get himself back up to the front. Jason 97 F1. I'm being 9, or roughly 4 races in season 9. So he has won before. That is a long time ago.
More than Martin.
Yeah, if I'm going to have to get the day calculator out again, I will, because that is a long time ago. He's 1 second behind Smasher, though, who at the moment could be on to win this race. Absolutely sensational scenes thrown up by this safety car. Will they have the tyres at the end, though? That's the question. How quickly will P1R Brown catch them? That's another question. Well, I can tell you this. He's 11.4 seconds behind the leader at the moment. That tells me he's got a really good chance of catching them, Jess. So I wouldn't rule him out of this just yet.
No, don't rule P1R Brown into this race victory yet, because he's still got a point to prove. He wants to make sure that the 2-stop is faster. I mean, he's getting quicker on T10 Amaze as well. So I think he'll still be on course for a podium for sure. But the win, it's going to be tough. But if P1R Brown could do it, that's the point. And we got a yellow flag. Oh, it's Flying Rosie that's gone off a little bit there, and that's gone. So he's dropped down into P12, having a really bad race. He's been on those tyres for 16 laps now, and he will have to pit really soon. So I think that safety car really caught him off guard. And oh no, P1R Brown's got a penalty. I know Smash has got a penalty as well. I think he has anyway. So I think they're on even ground, so it probably doesn't matter anyway.
Jason doesn't have a single warning though, Jess. So
not surprised.
Yeah, that is the key though. If Jason doesn't have a single warning, he could be the man to win this race. P1R Brown picking up penalties, that is going to hurt him severely. Even if he catches them, he's then got to build a 3-second gap to Jason, and that is not going to be easy. Definitely not going to be easy. P1R Brown, 1 penalty to his name. He, though, is certainly moving into position to contend for the victory. And now we have another safety car.
What?
As Flying Rosie retires. Goodness me, Jess. This is ridiculous. A second safety car.
I've never experienced this in a top tier. Never. Wow. A Smasher's in the pits.
Yeah, Smasher and Adam Dude, they both made it in before the safety car came out. Jason did not. Jason had to carry on. It's hurt him massively. I think he's got round though before the safety car's made it out the pit lane, so he will still be able to continue at a reasonable speed and make his way into the pit lane unscathed. P1R Brown now moves up to 2nd position on the racetrack. This is going to give him the net lead when Jason pits, because it would be crazy not to. But now you've got Smasher and Adam Dude on soft tyres right behind P1R Brown. Goodness me, the way that strategy is swinging in this race is absolutely ridiculous, as Bobberts now has a drive-through penalty for speeding onto the safety car, Jess. I tell you what, the bookmakers will be struggling to figure out the live in-play odds for the race winner here, because I've got no idea. I've got absolutely no idea. I mean, the safety car is also going to hurt P1R Brown because of the penalty. So, what is going on? What is going on?
It kind of reminds me of my league race. The safety car went twice at this very moment, and I opted to go to the soft compounded tyres this moment on. So, and they want a similar strategy to me. So, Smasher and Adam Dude, they timed it really well because of how long the safety car is going to be. they can stretch those softs until the end of the Grand Prix. I'm sure they can. And they could make this work. Oh my god, this is going to be absolutely exciting. It's going to hurt P1R Brown. It won't probably hurt Jason though, unless he will have to pit again. But Jason could still win this. He could try and get those mediums to the end, which it is doable. We did see Flying Rosie go on the medium tyres for 16 laps. So, and we've got pretty much 10 laps to go. Oh, it's going to be tough, but we'll have to wait and see. But Jason is in the pit lane, so he's going to go on the softs as well. And P1R Brown, is he going into the pits? No, he's not. He's staying out. So that is really hurting. He's going to be in the race lead for now, but it's not going to be long before the likes of Adam Dude and Smasher catch up, and also P1R Brown as well. Oh my word, this is gonna be intense. Who do you think is going to win this race, guys? Let us know in the chat. We've had not one, we had 2 safety cars and a VSC as well. If we wanted more safety cars, we have got them.
Oh. I'm glad you're not asking me who I think is going to win the race, Jess, because I've not got a Scooby-Doo. This is going to be very, very, very interesting to see how this all pans out. P1R Brown will now have the position on the racetrack, but what does that mean? He's got a 3-second time penalty. Smasher does as well, but he's on the oldest tyres. He's on the slower tyres to the guys behind him. I just think this is going to be absolutely mental. I've now been informed that Jason last won a race 1,792 days ago, Jess.
The stats man of Maestro.
A long time ago. That was ages ago. How long ago was 1,792 days ago?
Season 9. I can't remember when season 9 is. I need to check how long Raikkonen won. I think it was less than that, I think, as well. Or it might be more than that, I don't know. I can't remember, but wow, if the win for Jason is still doable because of the safety car. So, and Bob is also on the soft tyres, but he's a bit further back. I'm gonna call it a 4- or 5-way battle for the race victory, probably 6, because of Raikkonen pitted onto the mediums as well. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but obviously we had full 21 races here in AOR Season 18 for Xbox One F1, and this is going to go down to the wire. I wish it was a championship decider. It's not, but we're still going to get a good race anyway, as the safety car is still going to be there for another lap, as it seems.
I think it might be. So we're going to go for one more lap under the safety car, and that helps the guys on the softs that little bit more, doesn't it? So it will give them more life in those tyres towards the end, because we know they wear out quickly. But I've got Mato, Raikkonen. I don't think they're going to be quick enough.
And
to
maybe Lutz. Maybe Lutz. Lutz in the pits.
Lutz coming in now, so he'll go on to a set of softs to the end, I would think. I've got to say, I think that Brown is going to be quick enough to hold off the likes of Mato and Raikkonen in 5th and 6th. I think that. I don't think the tyres are that much different there, but holding back the soft runners is a total different kettle of fish. That is going to be tough to do. It really is an opportunity there for Smasher, Adam Dude and Jason, and it's particularly to take the victory away from P1R Brown. Jason just needs to stay within 3 seconds of Brown, and he's done it. That's all he needs to do. The problem he has, though, is he's a full 3 cars away from him. But what's Adam Dude like on penalties? He has got one. So, you know, if Smasher and Adam Dude want to win the race, they have to pass P1R Brown. Jason does not. He just needs to stay within 3 seconds. But when you're that many cars back, it's difficult to stay within 3 seconds. Just to tell you, I have looked how long ago that was. That was on the March the 8th, 2015. It's almost 5 years ago, Jess.
F1 2014.
Goodness me. That was on the PlayStation 3, for goodness sake.
Wow. It was still on the Xbox 360, wasn't it?
Well, Xbox 360 then. Sorry, I'm forgetting what console I'm on. Yeah, there's that much drama going on. Twice. Earlier on I said my PlayStation throws when it was my Xbox, and now I'm saying it would have been PlayStation 3. No, of course, it would have been the Xbox 360. So, yeah, wow, that is an incredible stat. I mean, we thought the Martin stat was incredible. That one really, really is incredible. So then, lap 20 out of 28, about to be 21. We're going to have a 7 or 8 lap shootout to the checkered flag. Can P1R Brown get his first win of the season, or can we see a first ever win in the top tier for Smasher or Adam Dude, or can Jason win his first race in almost 5 years? Well, What about Pietro Mato? Can he win on his debut in the tier? There's so many great stories. Yes, I think we're spoilt for choice. I really think we are. Go on, folks, in the chat. Who is it going to be? One word answers. Who wins this race? Jason doesn't have any penalties, by the way. This is going to be crazy, Jess. As we get back underway and racing, right now the safety car pulls in and Adam Dude picks up a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. That is not going to be good for him as Brown gets his racing again. How are those medium tyres going to hold up against the likes of Smasher on the softs as we get racing then? This is it, the final race of the season, the final closing stages of the season, and we have got so many great stories for every man that wins this race, and anyone that could win it. It's going to be a fantastic finale. Buckle up, folks, as they make their way down through the chicane and on into the hairpin. Smasher is right behind P1R Brown, and he fancies his chances at going for the move and taking the lead in this AOR race. Remember, he was an F2, by the way, folks, for so long this season, and only his 4th or 5th race. He's now challenging to win it. Winning a race in AOR F1. He's behind P1R Brown. He couldn't quite make a move there. What about now, though? Down the second DRS straight. DRS open for the racing point. No, not yet, because we have to wait for the safety car window, of course. I'm getting rusty on my safety car rules. We rarely see them, Jess, and that's why I'm getting rusty. The drivers are rusty earlier. They were spinning behind the safety car. I'm getting a little bit rusty with the rules of the safety car. And of course, we have to wait a lap or two before we can get the DRS active again. But it's still P1R Brown leading from Smasher. But pretty soon, you've got to think Smasher is going to be attacking when that DRS is active, Jess.
Exactly. And do you want to know an interesting fact as well? Because I was commentating on another league on him last season. I think it was the 3rd tier. He was still running line in that tier as well. So he only just started using no line on this game. So think of that. If he wins his first race with no line, that will just be incredible in the top tier if he does that. P1R Brown will win his first race of the season. Jason could win his first win for ever so long. There's so much happening on the racetrack. SR Bobbert is in the pit lane. He's probably had a trouble race once again. He's probably going to retire. CRG Luck, he's still going to get some points, so he's probably going to be happy about that. And don't forget, there's 1 point for the fastest lap. And we got the safety car rules. It's a DRS, I think it's a 2 or 3 lap window between when the DRS opens. So it's similar to what it is at the start of the race.
Similar to what it is, and Smasher is again right behind P1R Brown, just waiting in the wings for a move, but still not close enough. No drama just yet between these guys, but in a couple of laps, or in a lap or a lap's time, he is going to be fighting with a real chance of overtaking P1R Brown and taking the win away. There's no sign of Brown breaking more than a second clear at the moment. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. So it's unless Adam Dude decides to start fighting Smasher, and if he does do that, P1R Brown would be delighted. Lap 22 out of 28. We should also mention that Jason is still within the 3 seconds he needs to be within. He isn't dropping back. So Jason, if he stays where he is right now in the race, and wins his first race since 8th of March 2015. What a story that would be if he could do that. That is an astonishing gap between race victories. So then, we're about to get on to lap 23. It's a big train of cars, the top 6 all on a line. You did say, Jess, that you felt any one of the top 6 could win this, and you're absolutely right still. And here we go, lap 23. Brown leads from Smasher and Adam Dude. And there is the confirmation at the bottom of your screen. DRS is enabled, and is this the lap where Smasher turns up the wick and goes chasing for a first ever win in AOR F1? Here we go then, down the hill through turn 4. He's ready to open that DRS and go flying past P1R Brown and take what would only be seen as a very unlikely victory. Here he goes then, through the hairpin. Remember, he needs to also build a 3-second gap to Jason if he can pass him. It's not the greatest of exits. P1R Brown's flying down that straight. He's done really well, but now watch the gap close as the DRS now opens for Smasher. It opens for Adam. It opens for everyone chasing down on P1R Brown. But Brown at the moment holding firm. Nowhere near close enough there was Smasher to make a move, who, by the way, has gained 13 places in this race. Imagine he won it, Jess. That would be incredible.
So he gained loads of places last week, and I've said that P7 was a great position for him. If he gets the win, or even P2 or P3, that will still be incredible. Imagine what he's going to be like next season if he can perform performances like that. He's been sensational again this week. He's showing why he deserves to be in the top tier of AOR after getting merged. He's in P2 at the moment. Shame about Adam Dude not being in the fight for this race. The 10-second penalty, it might get removed from the stewards. It didn't look like that it was a harsh penalty. Well, it didn't look like it was a 10-second penalty. Not probably even a warning or a 3-second, but definitely not 10. So I'm sure that will be investigated surely. But for now, Adam Dude's got that 10-second penalty to worry about. Jason 97 F1 though. He's right on the back of Adam Dude. He can't get them this lap, but I think he could get it next lap. Oh my god, we've got 5 more laps to go. This is anyone in the top 6s to gain. We've got a yellow flag. It is a Ferrari and it is Bobberts, I think. Yeah, it is Bobberts. Bobberts, I think, lost it in the wall and he's lost his... no, he hasn't lost his front wing, but he's just spun it there. And I won't be surprised if he's just going to go to the pits and he's had enough, which I think he's probably going to do.
It looks like he's out of the running, but let's go to the front of the field then. And Adam Dude going to maybe go for a move here on Smasher. He's very, very, very close, and he's gaining and gaining and gaining. He's trying to find a route up the inside. It will have to be the outside then. We'll keep an eye on this one as Jason watches on. Smasher defending hard, holds his position. Jason in the background just waiting, sniffing for a crumb or two. He doesn't really want these guys battling in front of him, Jason. It gives Brown the buffer he needs. Now Jason realises making a move. He's going side by side with Adam Dude. He's boxed in though. He can't break late because Smasher's in front and Smasher holds Adam Dude third and Jason in fourth. Goodness me, this is nail-biting stuff. When was the last time, Jess, this close, all fighting for a victory? This is incredible.
There was 4 or 5 cars I remember fighting for the victory when you and Justin won here in last season in Britain, where Simon ended up winning his first ever race, so in the top tier. So we're getting something similar to that, but it's 6 cars. That is just sensational. To be honest, I think we're glad that Xbox One is the last race of the European leagues, because we're ending this with a bang right here to end off season 18. Obviously we've got the America leagues, but we are ending the European leagues in style. Smasher, he's really got to keep that past P1 outbound, because otherwise he's going to lose quite a few positions already due to penalties. He probably might get P2 or P3, but at the moment the win is not looking like to be in his favour at the moment. As P1 around, he's looking mega quick on those medium compounded tyres. He's looking favoured to get the win on track, but obviously due to the penalty, it is up to Jason to really start to hammer it home now. He's got DRS on Adam Dude. He can't get it in this section, but he probably will get it in the next section. Adam Dude though is on Smasher. Is he going to get the right hand side? Oh, they touch a little bit. It might be a bit of contact, but looks like Adam Dude gets P2 in this race so far. Smasher's gone off a little bit, so he's lost time. That means Jason is well on the back. He could get a double overtake on these two if he can keep that up. Is he going to try and do it? No, Smasher defends quite nicely there. Adam Dude and Smasher are still fighting for position here. For P2, Adam Dude's gone off. I think there may have been contact between him and Smasher. He's now down into 4th place. Matto might have dropped down a bit due to this as well. No, he's not. He's going to go on the right-hand side here. Oh, he touched. Oh, no. Matto could have been his debut AOR race victory. Has turned into absolute shambles. Adam Dude, he's down into 7th place. Race victories out of his shoulders as well. He's turning from a 6-horse race to the finish. Now it's turning into a pretty much 4 race. I think pretty much 3 race at the moment. But P&R Brown, 2.1 seconds behind Smasher. This is crucial. P&R Brown knows he needs to get that buffer soon enough to make sure he secures that victory. Smasher gets another penalty. I don't think the win's going to go to him. So I think the race victory is going to go down between P&R Brown versus Jason.
Past Smasher now, right now. If not, the gap's going to keep going up. Smasher's getting flustered. He's getting penalties left, right and centre. P1 Brown senses this and is trying to build a gap. This is a race-winning potential manoeuvre here for Jason. This is the key for a first win in over 1,700 days. He's gone his way through. He is up into 2nd place. And now he has no cars between him and Brown. No! Smasher spun him around. And that will be that. Curtains for Jason. Just when it looked like he was going to end a 5-year wait for a victory, Smasher spins him round. What a silly move that was. And that will hand the victory to P1R Brown on a plate, Jess. Goodness me, I'm gutted for the guy.
I'm gutted for both of these guys. I think Smasher went a little bit too ambitious there, and that costed Jason's race, I think. So I think Smasher needs to be a bit more careful with these types of moves. He's not used to fighting for victories in the top tier, so I'm guessing it's going to be a lesson learned for him at the end of the race, and the bosses will have a talk with him probably afterwards to see what he can improve. But I'm guessing we'll have to wait a little bit longer for Jason's first F1 victory in so many days. It's a shame. I'm absolutely gutted for him. I think the chat are going to be gutted for him as well. But we still will see a different winner though. P1R Brown, 5.4 seconds. I think he's only got one penalty, am I right?
Correct, he does. He only has one penalty, no warnings after that penalty, so he's got it in the bag. Smasher's picked up so many time penalties that he's not even going to finish on the podium at this rate. I need to see what TST Raikkonen has got on penalties, Jess. He's only got a 5-second time penalty, which he may have served in the pit lane, I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. So Raikkonen needs to get ahead of Smasher here. Well, and go chasing down the road then. Here comes Raikkonen onto the tail of Smasher. And he's going to go through around the outside. Easy stuff. Smasher's getting wing damage now. He's going to really struggle to hold on to those places. Luck now follows through into third. But P1R Brown has surely got this win tied up when it did not look likely at all. It's been a topsy-turvy race from start to finish. And in the end, P1R Brown is going to take this victory surely. A lap and a half to go. Raikkonen now up to second. That is incredible. And here goes Luck up the inside of Raikkonen. Is he going to make it work? Looks like he's going to try and push his way through. He has done. Tidy stuff from Luck. And the two Williams drivers were 9th and 10th not so long ago. Now they're 1st and 2nd again, and that will please the Williams team. Luck with a tidy move on Raikkonen up into 2nd place. So TST Raikkonen could be on course for at least a podium though, but I think Luck has quite a few penalties as well, so Raikkonen might just regain that 2nd place. But things going to plan for P1R Brown up front when it didn't look like they were going to, Jess. Jason will be absolutely devastated.
I think the chat is more devastated than anything. I think the person that is really, really disappointed is Martin. He didn't want to be the only one that breaks away the race victory drought, but unfortunately he's going to be the only one this season. Yeah, everyone's just saying no, yeah, that's unfortunate. But let's not think about Jace for now. We still got a race on our hands. On the final lap, oh no! CRG La has spun, and that's ended his chance of getting a podium. My oh my, what's happened in this race? We had cars literally everywhere at the moment. Smasher could still be on for like P4, P5 of this race. Matto could get a first podium on his debut. That'll be great. That'll be great stories in the headlines, won't it? Jason could still go into this as well.
This is absolutely crazy, Jess. Absolutely crazy. Now Matto's went into Smasher and Matto side by side, bumping into each other. Jason shoots across the runoff area. Goodness me, there's so much action going on in this race, Jess. Absolute mayhem. So Jason and Smasher coming together down there. Matto in there as well. Absolute bedlam in this race. The safety cars have flung the race wide open then, but P1R Brown is on his way surely now to pick up the win. It looked unlikely at one point, but things fell for him. Is Matto going to have a go at Jason perhaps into the hotel section? No, he can't get close enough, and Luck now retires to add to the long list of retirements. We need to go to Brown. He's coming into the final corner now. Be the man that ends the season in style. He takes the victory despite his time penalty. It's P1R Brown winning in Abu Dhabi. It's going to be TST Raikkonen of all people in second here with an unserved penalty. Is he going to keep it? No. Jason takes the second away. Raikkonen third, Matto fourth, LGS fifth, Dazzler sixth, Amaze seventh, Smasher eighth, and it will be Adam Dude in ninth. What an absolutely mental race, Jess. Absolutely mental. And it's P1R Brown that wins it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting P1R Brown to win it after the first safety car, but it just goes to show if you keep out of trouble, that's what happens. And P1R Brown, that penalty did not matter. 5.9 seconds was the gap in the end. Jason kept it clean. He's got P2 as well. And also the debutant, Matto, he got P4 on his debut, which was a fantastic result. Because I was expecting him to be lower and down than that, so I'm sure you'll be delighted with that result. I think you'll be hoping for a podium, to be fair, but it doesn't matter. P1R Brown wins it. Well deserving. Jason on the podium as well. And we got TST Raikkonen, as I wasn't expecting TST Raikkonen to ever be on the podium at this stage of the season, and he does, so he's benefited from this quite a lot. And he was on the hard compounded tyres, Andy, throughout this race. well done to him. What a way to wrap up season 18 for Europe. I can hardly breathe today.
Oh, absolutely mental. Absolutely mental, Jess. What a finish to the season. Penalties everywhere, accidents everywhere, bumps everywhere, safety cars everywhere. And in the end, it's P1R Brown that picks up the victory. Jason will be absolutely devastated. The potential for a first win in 5 years taken away from him by this crash with Smasher. What a disaster for him. He'll be gutted. Second, nonetheless, the only man that finished the race without a time penalty. TSD Raikkonen in third, with Paimato in fourth. LGS fifth. That's their 7 for T10 Amaze. The man I actually saw on the racetrack this time. Smasher, 8th. Aaron did 9th. And it was Bobberts who got 10th. In fact, he retired before he made it to the finish. We lost Bobberts, we lost Lutz, we lost Rosie, we lost Pinecone, we lost John Papp, we lost Nicole, and we lost Franglish. Well, I can't remember the last time I like that, Jess, but boy, oh boy, that was some way to end the season as the fireworks now go off as darkness descends here at Yas Marina. What an incredible finish to this season. That's what we like to see. Drama, perhaps not the kind of drama we're seeing on the racetrack, but well done to P1R Brown, and they deserve the victory, Jess. Who are you going to go for driver of the day?
I think it's a no-brainer. He kept out of trouble. I'll have to. I know it's a bit boring for the viewers, but I'll have to give it to P1R Brown. I mean, he never thought he was going to win, but then there was trouble on the racetrack towards the end. He kept it clean, and the most important thing, he won. So I'll have to give it to P1R Brown.
You're going to go for P1R Brown. We're going to have a split decision because I'm going to go with Jason. I feel really gutted for him. No penalties. Would have won the race if it wasn't for a collision, which in my opinion wasn't his fault. And I'm going to go with Jason. Just a little bit of consolation there for Jason. He picks up the driver of the day from me. Jess going for the race winner, P1R Brown. Let us know, guys, in the comments who you think was the driver. You guys think. Doesn't look like we're going to be joined by anybody in the podium interviews, so that seems to be it. A couple of messages before we round it off. We want to say big thanks to King Kodiak, who's hanging up his role as the head commentator and in charge at the end of tonight. It's the final races tonight, so it's his final duties as head commentator. It's been a pleasure having him with us. Hope to see him again in the future, but he will not be the head commentator from this moment on. So a quick word on King Kodiak, Jess.
Well, King Kodiak, he has been amazing helping all of us commentators out. He makes sure that commentators cover the top tiers and obviously the middle tiers every week. He always gives us improvements each week as well. He's literally been the heart and soul of AOR. He's been the voice of AOR pretty much, and he's still going to be commentating here and there. He's still going to do some iRacing, but he's just not going to be in charge of us, and I'm gonna miss him. He's gave us both a chance to commentate on the top hit tier as well as Justin. I'm gonna miss him, but the head commentator's duties for each of the games are going to be handed over to respective coordinators for whichever game. So I don't know who's going to be in charge for F1, but it's going to be one of the coordinators that's going to be in charge for that. But King Kodiak, he's going to be missed, and yeah, a really lovable guy, and we'll wish him the best of luck or whatever he chooses to do, and it's been a pleasure, King Kodiak. The bear, I must say.
It has been a pleasure, Chris. But that is it. Time to wrap it up, Jess. It's been an enjoyable season, and it's been an enjoyable way to finish it off. Be sure, folks, to join us for season 19 when it all gets underway pretty soon. We've not got dates yet for when that will be, but you know, be sure to keep an eye on the AOR Twitter. Be sure to keep an eye on the AOR website as well for sign-ups and things like that, because I'm sure it will not be too far away. It's been a pleasure to commentate for you guys this season. That's all from me and Jess. Next season. Good night.